Ohio starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What is going on, NERSA Network? I am Lamont Mayer Jr., your NERSA Live host, and it is a special Monday, the first Monday of October, and I am stamping this right now as the first Monday is Member Network Monday, a nod to the fact that NERSA and our association, yes, clap it up, our association is member first focused, and the first Monday of each month, I'm deeming it right now, NERSA Live host, as Member Network Monday. And I have some special leadership on the call today. How are you doing, Scott? How are you doing, Rowley? Our Member Network leaders, talk to me. How are y'all doing today on this Monday?
I guess I'm going first because my name showed up. All right. So great, Lamont. It's a great day, beautiful day here in upstate New York. Topping out around mid 70s. So I can't complain. Beautiful fall weather. I get foliage outside here in the window. I get to watch it slowly leave and then slowly watch the permacloud roll in until about March when I won't see the sun again. So otherwise, it's a
Nice.
beautiful place. Beautiful, beautiful.
Now, 70s in New York. Now, I
Yeah.
look, I'm in Northeast Alabama now, but I was born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. So I know about how those seasons change up there. And yes, it is a beautiful time in New York right now. Rowley, you got to follow that up. Now, you at the Ohio State University. Tell us what we got going on over there in Ohio.
Well, that is certainly a lot of pressure, but yes, I am at The Ohio State University. I would say the weather is pretty great right now. I'd say we'd be matching New York a little bit. It's beautiful blue skies with a little bit of clouds here and there. Vibes are high on this Monday, especially with it being a Monday. You know, we're starting off the week strong, and I'm doing great. I'm really excited to be here, and I'm excited to see what we can all chat about today.
Amazing. Well, shoot, let's go ahead and jump into it then. That's a great segue. Rowley, you already kicking it in the high gear for me. I like it. So this is what I want to do, okay? Now I have been here with NERSA as a part of the staff at NERSA for just about 7 months now. And of course, we have onboard and I learned so much about the different avenues of NERSA, but this right here gives me a chance to hear it from you. So I'm getting a nice little onboarding on this call with y'all about the NERSA network. So this is why I want to kick off at. For someone who's fairly new to NERSA, like myself, and we had, I believe, 45% of our last conference attendees were new to NERSA. So explain to us a little bit from your perspective, okay? Because I don't think that now we have Sci Guy. He's in the back on this call as the producer, and I call him like my NERSA encyclopedia. Like he has so much NERSA information in his brain. But this is what I need. I need for hold on, I'm sorry guys, we had a little static going, a little technical difficulties going on in the background. But this is what I need from y'all too, okay? I need y'all as a new NERSA staff. I need y'all to onboard me a little bit about what the NERSA network is. I don't think there's a better tool to do it for me. No disrespect to Sai, and I love Sai, and he helps me a lot. But I want to hear it from y'all. What is the NERSA members network, and what are y'all roles in the members network?
Oh, I'll point over to Riley. I'm going to let Riley go first. I went first on the first one. You go first on this one.
All right. Thank you so much, Scott. All right. So the member network, what I like to think of when it comes to the member network at NERSA is almost like the member services. So we are constantly listening to our members, we're hearing their feedback, but we're also letting them know what kind of services that we provide and the things that we can do in order to make their experience within their membership a good one. Within the member network, we also have the student leadership team, which is what I am the leader of. I'm the NERSA student leader, and I lead our regional student leaders that are stationed all across NERSA within our regions. We have 6 regions and then our Canadian region, which makes 7. So I get to meet with them every single month, hear what's going well, what's not going great, hearing their feedback, also getting their feedback on things that we're planning or looking to improve, and just making sure that I'm doing my best in hearing out the student voice and making sure that we're making those student members enjoy their membership here with NERSA. Scott, what have you got?
Wow, I don't know if I could follow that up. I'd just be Scots-plaining if that was the case.
You can do it, I
So,
believe.
okay, I believe too. So, a lot of what you said, actually, all of what you said, is what the member network's about. We look at the ability to recruit and retain members. So, we're trying to figure out what it is the membership wants from NERSA, what it can provide, whether it's services, whether it's the ability to have virtual meetings or virtual town halls. We're trying to figure out what it is that really engages the population within campus recreation. So NERSA has been a fantastic opportunity for engagement. So not just engaging with us in terms of NERSA to the members and reverse the members to NERSA, but with each other as well. So one of the first things I got to experience as a member of NERSA was the amount of connections I was able to make through NERSA. So a lot of good friends, colleagues that I have over the years have come because of NERSA and its ability to connect others. So what you had said, Riley, fantastic in terms of what we can do to improve NERSA and what the membership can mean to those individuals, but also the engagement piece is something I highly value within the member network.
Now, Scott, you already mentioned it a little bit. So, Riley, I want to hear from you. What has been in this role helped you with your professional development and with your professional career? And even if you want to go into, because I know NERSA is all about building relationships. And for me, I've had plenty of people within NERSA help me professionally, but also help me personally. I can give them a call when we know how this field is. And sometimes we go home beaten down, trying to make things work, trying to grind it out each and every day. So what has these roles helped y'all in your professional career as well as your personal career?
Yeah, I'm happy to take this one first. I think I have been able to take a lot from being a NERSA member. Just as a student within undergrad, I remember being a senior, becoming a NERSA member opened my doors up to so many different possibilities and experiences. Along with the attitude of leaving my comfort zone, I was able to create connections at the conferences that I went to, which have paid dividends truly here in my future in terms of career advancements and going to grad school and all those different things. When it comes to my involvement specifically within NERSA, I was the Region 3 student leader last year, and I was able to gain some really important experience in how to plan a conference when it came to our Student Lead On Conference, which is our Region 3 regional type conference. But I was also able to understand how to lead a team, especially from afar, considering that all of these people that are part of our student leadership team are remote. We're never really able to see each other unless it's at the conferences that we're planning or working towards. So being able to keep each other accountable and learning how I can do that has been a huge thing for me. And it has also been a huge thing as the NERSA student leader as well. I think some other things that being a NERSA member, but also being involved in the member network has specifically taught me is how to advocate for others. Knowing that I am the student voice, or I speak for the students in many cases, that comes with a lot of responsibility. So making sure that I'm hearing our students out in the way that they mean it and the way that they want to be perceived has been really important to me. And I've been taking that into account while planning the J. Michael Dunn student track that we're going to be having at the NERSA annual conference in National Harbor come April. So really making sure that I'm listening to the student voice. And hearing out our members is something that has been at the forefront for me, and it's something that I've been able to continue to strengthen over time as both as a NERSA member, but also within my involvement within NERSA.
Now, Scott, I said that you answered the question already. You sure you don't want to come on behind that and get give another,
I
because
think he's scripting all this because there's no way that she can just do that in one breath. That was
hey,
amazing. That's better than I will ever do in my life.
did
So
you
I'm
Y'all,
did
gonna give
you
it a shot.
did you hear her plug the conference in there and everything? Look at
No,
that.
like everything, like just cut the feed now. That's it. That's all everybody had to see. That's it.
y'all are hyping me up. Y'all are
I
hyping me
know
up
it's
too
because
much.
you earned it. That
I
you're
appreciate it.
fantastic. So
I,
I'll try and come in behind that. So my pathway through NERSA and kind of getting to this point is I was an undergrad student that was in intramural sports, and I was a sports official. By the way, my undergrad was at the Ohio State University, so Riley and I have a connection there as a Buckeye. So
hey.
yeah, exactly. Greatest football team in the land, except to everyone else. So as a student member or as a student official, this was opened up to me through the NERSA Championship Series, and I see you've got the sweatshirt on. Fantastic.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
that is how I've made my way through NERSA. Was with that. That was the exposure I got to other undergraduates who are also interested in not just officiating, but potentially having this as a career. So as I made my way through the NERSA Champ circuit, I had a very fantastic mentor at Ohio State. He got me started in this. He's like, you really got a talent for this, and why don't you consider campus recreation as a career? I was like, I didn't know that was such a thing, but guess what? It is. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
nobody really comes to school. It's like, you know what I want to be when I grow up? I want to program intramural sports for a bunch of college kids. That nobody
Correct.
does that. I came in as a pre-vet major, so I was going to be a veterinarian. I am nowhere near that now. I'm right here, and this is where I should and need to be. All
Right.
right. I can pet cats and dogs, but don't let me do anything for other than that. All right. So but with that, as I grew through this undergrad and then got my first professional internship and then my first professional position, the one thing I found especially valuable within NERSA is not just the opportunity to connect with others, but to also basically get ideas from other individuals. So it's a great way to crowd share ideas. Work with other individuals too on projects where you can get ideas, which then transfer over to what you're doing. It's not just the connection that I got, but it's also the ability to talk through ideas with mentors, with colleagues, with individuals I may not have ever met before, but now have the opportunity to. So as I've made my way through this and through my professional career, NERSA has given me a ton of things. So again, one of the things my mentor taught me was if you want to pay it back, pay it forward. So this is what I do now. Is this is the opportunity now? Somebody gave me that opportunity. They sat down, they took the time with me when they didn't have to. So now I pay that back by paying it forward and taking the time with others when you know time is a valuable asset,
It
and
is.
it's one of the most valuable assets. And for someone to give that up, especially to help others, is special. So that's what I've kind of got, and what it's helped me to get to this point is being able to connect with others, getting ideas, not being afraid to get ideas, and sometimes not being afraid to hear something that you may not want to hear because you might think things are going well. You talk to the membership and find out not so good. We need to change some things. So it's given me the ability to listen to those individuals, to say, I hear you and understand you, try and translate that to headquarters and say, hey, this is what the membership wants. What can we do to help the
Mm-hmm.
membership out and give them what they need so that they can see NERSA as a valuable asset to them?
Good stuff. And I want to give a quick shout out to the Nursing Championship Series because you said you started there. I want to say that I was just in a conversation with the NERSA president, Lashika, who also said she started volunteering in the championship series. And here she is, the president of the association. Here y'all are in leadership roles. So this is a segue to my next topic. So what tips would you give these members of NERSA if they want to get to this route here where they're making an impact from the level that y'all are making the impact? Give us some tips, some resources, whether it's people, whether it's resources within NERSA itself. Give us some tips of how to get to this place right here that you're at.
Me, you,
You know what? You
Riley.
can have it. I can also have it.
I love following you. You go, girl.
Gosh. Okay.
Unless you have this one scripted.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm just reading off my teleprompter. So the first thing that comes to mind for how students specifically can get involved or get to the caliber or level that like I am at currently, the first thing that comes to mind that I always tell students is to do not be afraid to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. And that is where it lies first and foremost, because it's hard to take leaps and try new experiences and opportunities, because it's a new thing and you're not familiar with it. So having the courage to try something new can end up giving you experience that you never thought you were going to have. For me, I took a chance by going to the Wisconsin State Workshop in 2022, and I was like, sure, let's see what this is all about. I'm actually kind of scared because it was just me that was going from University of Wisconsin-Madison as a student, and then I was going with a bunch of our professional staff, and I was like, kind of scared, but sounds like it's a good opportunity, and I'm interested in this field, so let's give it a try. And I went, and it was there that I decided, let's pursue this a little bit further. And from that point, I was able to go to the Student Lead On Conference in 2023. And then eventually I was able to go to the annual conference in Pittsburgh at the time. And it's all because I trusted myself and was able to have courage and leave my comfort zone a little bit. That's kind of what set the tone for me to be at this point. In 2023, when I graduated, I wasn't quite sure what I was going to be doing. I decided I was going to be doing an internship at UCLA for that summer. Then I would come back to Wisconsin at UW-Madison and do their professional internship in member services that year. After that, I wasn't quite sure. I realized that I would be going to grad school eventually, and having the courage to apply for grad school and leaving my comfort zone, which was Wisconsin, where I'm born and raised, being comfortable with the fact that I'd be leaving my home state and moving to a new state altogether for at least 2 years was terrifying. But I've been able to have some incredible professional development here and incredible experiences, meet new people and create new relationships, which all wouldn't have happened if I hadn't left my comfort zone originally. And within all of that, I think it just falls into place that my NERSA involvement began to increase as I've grown to be more involved in the profession. Starting with my Region 3 student leader appointment, I think Greg Jordan, he's the one that was like, hey, nobody actually submitted an application for this role. Do you want the chance to possibly be involved? And I'm like, I have no idea what that is, but it sounds like a great opportunity. Let's do it. So sent in my application, and then a couple of weeks later was notified that I would be a part of the student leadership team for 2023-2024. I had no idea what that meant. But just having courage to try new things. And now it took so well to me that I'm now the NERSA student leader. And I base all of those things off the fact that I had courage, I was brave, and left my comfort zone. So that's the one thing that I would highly recommend to any student that's involved in campus rec or is just looking within it to see what more they can get from it. There's plenty to get as long as you put the right mindset forward.
Now, Riley, your box is lit up right now because you are on fire right now. Okay, you shouting out the people that's helped you get to the place. Look, you are a seasoned pro at this. Scott, the ball's in your court, baby.
I don't know. Like, she's great at this. Like, I know she's born and raised in Wisconsin. I have her on speed dial whenever I have questions about dairy products. It's the best just to know Riley. So, for me, the tip I would give is you get what you give. And that is basically, you can't sit and have a membership. And I liken this a lot of times with our students here. You've paid to come to school, and you can make the choice to do whatever you want with that payment going to whatever institution you're at. But if you just kind of sit there and be passive about it, you're not really going to get anything out of it except the bare minimum. So if you really want an experience, I feel like the best way to do it is to go out and be active in terms of not only just getting the membership and looking at the resources it has, but getting active and volunteering. That's how I kind of got into NERSA and continue to stay in NERSA. Is seeing that NERSA has done a lot for me. There are individuals that I've met through NERSA that have taught me so much that I can't name them all, and if I try to, I'm going to disrespect someone, so I'm not going to do that. So what I've been able to do is over time just continuously add to what I feel like I need to build upon. So in the beginning, it was a championship series. I've been the chair of the Creative Excellence Awards. I've served on the NERSA Championship Series exec board. I now serve on the member network, and each time it's reaching out and saying, "Hey, I want this opportunity. I need this opportunity because I can see growth within that opportunity." So if you stay passive in terms of, okay, I'm just going to sit here and hopefully somebody hands me the things I need through my membership, not going to work out the same way. So yeah, it's not going to work out the same way. So what you need to do is get out, be active, get on the website, take a look at the volunteer opportunities on the website. There are so many committees, not just nationally, but regionally as well. Take a look at your regional website, reach out to your regional representatives and say, hey, what can I do to be active in our region? Or what can I do to be active nationally in some of these work teams and some of these committees? And I think you're going to find that if you spend that energy to be active, I do. I've led that initiative. That was one of my favorite initiatives, the Socks of NERSA. It was amazing. We had a draft and everything. It's fantastic. Seating, we played. It was the best. So, but if you get out and find those opportunities and just take them and run with them and learn something from them, I think you're going to find this is such a valuable opportunity to be in NERSA and to have the membership behind you in terms of that.
This is absolutely an amazing sit down that I'm having with y'all right now. Both of y'all are just on fire with this, and listen. I'm hoping we can continue to do this because I think this is needed for our members. I think this information is great for our members, but I think just hearing it from other members is great. People, look, I'm the NERSA Live host. People are gonna get tired of hearing from me. All right, people are gonna get tired of seeing me. They want to see and hear the people who are boots on the ground getting after it and been getting after it for years, and it is proven what it has done for their professional careers and for their lives. So let's talk about this blog that y'all have each month, okay? Now, I have very good information that your October blog drops tomorrow. So this is great timing right here. So let's plug this blog a little bit and tell people why they need to connect to tomorrow's blog when it comes out.
I can handle this, Riley, if you want, because I've been putting you on the spot.
You know
let's
what?
see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got
exactly.
this.
I will do this. So the blog coming out. Let's first start off. So a lot of members in the membership have said, we don't really see the member network in terms of activity, in terms of what you're doing out in the membership. So one of the things that the member network decided was, you know what? Everybody else seems to have a blog on NERSA. Why not us? Why not have us be featured in this too, so and see what's going on within the member network? So it's not this supposed secret society of individuals that figures out what the members need and want. We want to be out there. We want to put our faces out there and say, hey, you got questions? Come to us. We're here to talk to you. We want to know what you want. We want to know how we can engage you. And we want to know what we can do to make this membership valuable. To lead into this blog coming in October, my piece is going to be about award season. It's award season right now. So award applications have opened up. This is an awesome time now to write that perfect nomination for an individual you think is deserving of that. So things like the Horace Moody Award, which I'm going to let Riley get into, but the NERSA Region Award of Merit, the NERSA Honor Award, Creative Excellence Award. That's a way and an opportunity for you as a member and as an individual to basically call someone out and say, hey, take a look at the work that this individual has done, not just recently, but over the years. And let's celebrate them. Let's celebrate what these institutions have done. Let's celebrate what these individuals have done in the past year, in their lifetime with NERSA and with campus recreation. So I see it as if you nominate somebody, that's just your way of showing love to them. That's just saying, hey, I appreciate what you did. I think it's worthy of everybody else knowing what you've done too. So that's my piece this month. I'm going to shoot it over to Riley, let her talk about hers.
Yes. So, in the student take of the October Member Network, notes from the Member Network, obviously, of course, October is spooky month and the beginning of spooky season, but it's also award season for our students. So, one award that our students can apply for is the William N. Wasson award. For those that don't know, William Wasson is the NERSA founder, and this recognizes top students that both could be undergraduate or grad students that are doing great in academics, but they also work in rec sports or collegiate recreation at their university. So if you feel like you fit the bill for that, definitely check out this month's Member Network note. I dropped some links for how to apply, how to understand if you're eligible for this award. Lots of people are recognized every single year for this, and we want to make sure that our students are recognized accordingly because y'all work so hard and also give back to campus recreation and to NERSA, especially for those involved in the Champ Series. You give back to NERSA, and we want to give back to you and make sure that we're recognizing you for all of the hard work and dedication that you're putting towards your studies, but also your programs as well. One thing that you could also be involved in is nominating somebody for the Horace Moody Award. And this award is specifically designed to recognize professional staff within campus recreation that are doing a really great job with student development or just putting forth a really great impact upon their students, which, Scott, you received this award, did you not?
I have received that award, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Very much honored to receive it.
And you were nominated by your students, right?
I was nominated by some fantastic individuals and that have recognized the work that I apparently have done that's positive with students. So question mark. So I'm going to say,
how can you be surprised?
I did.
But anyway, so that's another award that we could, as students, be involved in. The student leadership team is actually involved in the selection process for the candidates within each region. We overlook applications and nominations and see who we decide should receive that award. Both awards that I've mentioned are recognized at the NERSA annual conference, but are also recognized through our website and all those things. I believe people who receive the Wasson Award as well as the Horace Moody Award receive plaques, if I'm not wrong. But I think those are great ways for students to get involved within award season, and also within awards can also fall our scholarships. So if you're looking to attend the NERSA annual conference in April, you can always apply for a registration scholarship. Those are due, I believe. Oh gosh, I might need Simon's help on this one. Those are due in November, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, November 15th, maybe. I don't know. I might be lying, but it's in the note for this month. So if you're interested in that, would highly recommend applying for scholarships.
Just in case we thought Scott was the only award winner on the call here, I had to go ahead and pull mine off of the wall.
Be proud of that.
I am. It's hanging on my wall here in the studio. I love it. It's a service award. So for the NERSA Live host, and look at where we are now. All right, and all of that started with pitching a volunteer of, hey, let's get more people involved in conference by getting a live host at a conference. And now look at where we are. Look, thank y'all so much for taking the time out. And look, Scott, I enjoy you. Riley, listen, this had, because my very next question was, hey, pitch some of the events and some of the dates that we got coming up. I didn't even get to it because Riley already went into it. The scholarships, the award nominations. Seasoned vets here. Seasoned vets. Thank y'all so much. We got about 30 more seconds. Give us 30 seconds apiece. Tell us something to the NERSA members out there that's listening. Scott, what is your one thing to tell to the NERSA members that's listening right now?
Get active. Get volunteering. You're not going to regret it.
Riley, one thing to the NERSA members.
Be brave. Look out for opportunities to get involved. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Make sure you use your resources. I'm one of them.
Great. Amazing segment here for the first Member Network Monday. I hope this is the last Member Network Monday that we do. I have had a great time on this call. Y'all energy is great. Information just as great. Thank y'all so much for everything that you do for NERSA. All right, y'all, we thank y'all for joining us here for Member Network Mondays here with Scott and Riley, and we hope you join us next time we go live. Thank y'all so much.